on the 6.9. This is loose. And she just chugs along. Oh, snaps. Oh, serious deflections there. That's a little workout. Alright. How about we talk about farkles? Farkles on the 690. Okay, so farkles. I just got a list here, so I'm just going to go through my list of farkles on this bike so you can see what I've done. So the list starts out with the heated grips. So I got heated grips here and here. These are, I think they're Oxford heated grips. And then what I did with those is I mated them to the, as you can see down here, that's the, who makes that? Warm and Safe. Warm and Safe heat roller. So I think they're Oxford grips to Warm and Safe heat roller. They work great. Super reliable, no issues whatsoever on those. Tech Spec Snakeskin, that's this right here for grip. The one back here doesn't really do anything, I don't think. This actually does. This little piece here is actually quite handy. So, with Tech Spec Snakeskin grip on there. USB charger. I got a, where's that? Oh yeah, there's for the phone. This deal right here. It's a USB charger. That's always on, not always on, it's powered on. So that's for the phone. And then there's another one. This one here is another USB setup. You can see that down there. That goes to this, which goes into the bag. So if I wanted to charge, say, my camera equipment while I'm riding, I could do that, or anything else. If I want to stick the phone in the bag and charge it, something like that, I could do that while I'm riding. I used to have a Riley 2-box. I don't have that anymore. USB charger, license plate frame, whatever. Just some license plate frame thing I got. I think I got that on eBay. I used to have a Sergeant saddle. I don't anymore. Now you can see the Seat Concepts. Seat Concepts Excel Tall. It's a tall comfort saddle. Works great. I just sent it back and had them make it stiffer, so it's firmer, so it's pretty firm. You can see all the hooligans in the ATVs. Engine guards. I used to have these Torchic engine guards, upper and lower, and I got rid of them because, as you can see here, they were damaging the frame. On both sides, actually. If you look, you'll see how it damaged the frame. So I got rid of those. There used to be a lower one too, actually upper and lower. So those don't. I'm glad I got rid of those. I run the LED light bulb. It's a Cyclops H4 LED bulb. Works great. Connected to, yeah, it's got the highs and lows on there. I've got the Denali D2. These are the Denali D2 lights, and these work great. Got them to these mounts here, which I got on eBay. They're not really, I don't know, I just made these mounts work. I was looking for something where I could mount them without them getting damaged, because if I mount them out here, sticking out, for sure when it crashed it would break. Not really many good places to mount auxiliary lights on the 690. So the fork, they got to be protected enough so that if you fall over, they don't get damaged from falls. So there's that piece, and then Denali. I used to have these vibration inserts, the fast ones that went in here. I got rid of those. What I'm going to do is I've ordered some lead BB shots. I'm going to fill the handlebar with lead shots. So that should I think that's going to fix all the vibration issues, though it's significantly better with this Mako mount, which I'm going to talk about here in a second. The gas cap this is made by KTM Twins. KTM Twins, it's a whole gas cap housing. It replaces the one, if you're familiar with the ones on the 690, they're not great. And in fact, they tend to, do I know him? I must. They tend to allow dirt in. So I've got that. And then within that as well, I have the filter. The filter, you can see that there. The fuel filter. So that keeps crap from going in there. So, been real happy with that. That works like a champ. And then, heated gear wiring. Yeah, see here. That's what this controller is here. From Warm and Safe to control my heated gloves and heated liner. Real happy with Warm and Safe stuff. All Warm and Safe stuff is the bomb. Tank bag is currently a Wolfman. I think it's a Rainier. This is the Rainier. I think I'm getting a new one. I'm going to try I don't love this tank bag, so I'm going to try a different one. I think I'm trying the SW Motec Enduro strap one. The smaller Enduro strap one is what I'm going to try next. I have my tail bag. You can see here is who makes this? Denali. No, Twisted Throttle. Whatever. Twisted Throttle. One of their Twisted Throttle brands makes this tail pack. I use it on all the off-road stuff I do, so it works great. Happy with that. I got a Recluse Clutch in here. And there's a Recluse Clutch. Very happy with that. Works well. And then the Recluse Slave Master Cylinder on the other side as well. And then I run double take mirrors. These here double take mirrors. I think I might actually get rid of these. I think I'm going to try the Rottweiler Performance, the CRG mirrors with the Rottweiler Performance mounts. That mounts to the guards, to the handlebar, whatever. What are these called again? Hand guards. Because these break. I mean, I break these. I just broke them on the 790, and these rubber things here, they wear out all the time. I'm always wearing them out, and so I just don't love them, really. I mean, they're better than stock ones because I would probably break the stock ones every ride or every other ride, but these ones get broken, I don't know, a couple times a year or more. So I want to do something different with that. And then side stand enlarger I have is something I just got from some little cheap Chinese. Whoa, shit. Some little cheap little Chinese thing that I got and then I drilled to make it work better. It's not great. I mean, it wasn't great, but it actually works great now that I put holes in it, so it works really well now. I got pivot pegs, and I also have the pivot pegs extensions by CJ Designs. These are great. Well, I'm a pivot peg kind of guy, so pivot pegs rule. And then the pivot peg extensions, take it to a whole different level with the comfort. Huge fan of those. The things that touch your body are the most important things on the bike. Then I have the Torchic TPS 15 fuse block back here. You can see the wires. So there's bunch of wiring run to this fuse block, which is tied into the relay. You see this yellow wire here comes from the fuse block, and that goes to the accessory 2, which is a switched port, switched connection on behind the headlight here. So I would take that, run that to accessory 2. Accessory 2 switch, so when the bike comes on, it triggers, this trigger wire turns on the whole fuse block. So everything connected to that is connected to that. So everything connected to that turns off. So the heated gear, so this is the power for the heated gear here. You can see that. That's connected to that. The lights are connected to that as well. The auxiliary lights, the Denali's, connected to that as well. The GPS is connected to that. The phone charger is connected to that. So a few things to that works real well. This harness here for the Nav6. This is a Garmin powered harness for the Nav6. So I have that there. I run the Nav6, the BMW Nav6, which is which I bought for the GS. It came with the GS. So I use it on my other bikes as well. So I have mounts for it, so it works with the other bikes. And throttle lock is the Atlas throttle lock. It works pretty well. It's okay. It works alright. It's good when I want to adjust my clothing or something like that, and I want to take my hands off. That's the main reason it's good. I don't really use it so much as a cruise control on the highway. It's not. It starts to lose. It starts to gradually roll back, so it's not necessarily great for that. And subframe reinforcement. I think that's from. I think Perun makes the subframe reinforcements. Either that or Rally Raid in the UK. One of them makes. So I got the subframe, the screws here and up back here somewhere, I think. And because the 690 only has the fuel tank is the subframe, this whole back, and only supported by a couple screws, and they used to break regularly. And I knew that I was going to break them because of the way that I ride. So I changed those right off the bat after I got the bike. So I wouldn't have to deal with that. I got a booster plug in there for fueling. That's under here somewhere. You can see the sensor for the booster plug is right there, the temperature sensor. So the booster plug basically tricks the bike to think that it's 7 degrees cooler than it is, and so it runs richer. Which works well. I'm happy with booster plug. I run booster plug on all my bikes. Then, let's see, what else? Booster plug. I used to run bar risers. I don't run them anymore. I just got this sub mount from a guy on ADV Rider. I forget the name. Maybe it's on my list here somewhere. Shoot, I don't think I put it on my list. But it's a guy on ADV Rider who makes these. So I got that off of him, and so then I got rid of the bar risers I used to have. It's interesting, I've gotten rid of bar risers on all my bikes, and I used to put bar risers on all bikes, and now I put bar risers. None of my bikes have bar risers. That's pretty surprising. I mean, this is about a 1 inch or something here, 1 inch rise. So besides that, I don't really have any kind of rise, and I think it's a change in my style, in my riding style. Let's see. I got the ram mount stuff. You can see I use ram mount for mounting things. I used to have a Torchic luggage rack. I got that off because I don't plan to use this bike really for camping trips anymore and travel, because I got the 790 now. So that's the intention is to use the 790 for that. And then turn signal bulbs. You can see the Cyclops bulbs there and the Denali lights on there. And then I also have the dynamic motor rod LED turn signal bulbs. They're really bright. They're great. I run those on 3 bikes, and they work great. Real pleased with those. And I now have, like I said, I don't have a Sergeant saddle anymore. Front axle puller. I think that's Flatland Racing that makes that, I think. Front axle puller here. Makes it easier to pull the axle out to change tire. No more tool tubes. I used to have tool tubes. I got rid of them after I got the skid plate, the Vanache Rally skid plate, because it has these compartments. So these are compartments here, and so I've got tools and stuff in there. And then also when I got the Rottweiler air intake system, it comes with a bag up here. So in that bag I store a bunch of tools. So I didn't need the tool tube that I used to have in the back anymore. Oh, Dry Spec. That's who makes these, I think. So this is like a Dry Spec D29, I think, or something like that. This roll bag. And in the back, I have a Flatland Racing axle puller as well back here to pull the axle off. I use the Enduro Star trail stand. That's in the bag that's under the seat here next to the air intake system, the Rottweiler air intake system. And let's see, the Torchic handguards. You see these Torchic handguards? I'm very happy with these. These work great. Lots and lots and lots of crashes. I run these on 3 bikes, on the 790 and on the GS. Lots of crashes on these things, and they're awesome. They're awesome. I'm really happy with these. They don't break. They don't dent. They just flex and then rebound energy. I run Torchic handguards. I also have a Renasco saddle at home. I don't really use that anymore. I have the TrailTech map switch. This steel here. That maps. I can select between wild, mild, or stock. So wild is aggressive response. Very aggressive. Mild is obviously softer, like for dirt. And then normal, I guess is normal. Is whatever the bike came with normally. Let's see. I run the Adventure Spec Magadan panniers, which I don't use anymore on this bike because that's for the 790 now. Got the Rottweiler air intake system, Rottweiler air intake bag, Vanache Rally skid plate. I already talked about that one right there. I got Pazzo non-folding levers on both sides in gold with blue trim. Happy with Pazzo levers. I have the Vanache rear brake lever arm. That's the arm and the tip and the pad. Oh no, I took that off. So this is the Vanache arm for the rear brake, and then this is actually the Torchic folding tip. So then back here, this little clutch method cylinder guard is some little cheapy thing I got from, I don't know, some online Chinese company, AliExpress. So really cheapy thing. Same thing with that. The cap there, the oil cap, is another little cheapy thing I ordered from AliExpress. A little cheapy Chinese part there. They work great. I wanted something I could take off because of and I got that because I wanted a low profile cap that I could still access. After putting the Vanache Rally skid plate on, this gets in the way of trying to get the oil cap off. So that was the reason for that. And what else do I have? Pivot peg extensions. I talked about that. The wheels are tubeless conversion by Woody's Wheelworks. So Woody's Wheelworks converted both front and rear to tubeless with the Altex system. Actually, no, these are not Altex. These were before Altex. So this was the Woody's own system before they started using Altex. So I have a rim lock in the front. You can see right there. So I have that rim lock, and that is to keep the tire from spinning on the rim when running really low pressure. I'll probably end up using that when I go tubeless, NewTek tubeless. So I already have the holes drilled for that. And what else? Oh, this the Mako 360 degree, whatever, 360 vibration dampening stem. This is great. You can see there. So the bar, the only thing touching the bar is these polymer elastomer. So that really helps a lot with vibration. The exhaust, didn't talk about that. A Kropovich exhaust, titanium exhaust, works great. Scott steering dampener, forgot to mention that one. Got a Scott steering dampener on there, as you can see here. Just got steering dampening going to the sub mount. I forget who makes a sub mount. It's a guy in ADV Rider that makes that sub mount. It's great. Windscreen is KTM's windscreen, which as you can see I've broken in pieces, and so I use epoxy and tape to hold it together. It works great. So I don't really care for another windscreen. And then I also have the ABS dongle on here, which allows me to disable ABS in the rear, which is how I run the bike all the time. No ABS in the rear and just ABS in the front. So great. That's it. That's all I got, yo. Oh, let's ride. Ay, ay, ay.